What's up, people? It's your boy AlphaBlue, and you're welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel, you're welcome. So, guys, on this video, I'm going to be giving you a pre-NFP analysis. I'm going to be giving you an overview of what you can expect in the market before and after the NFP has been released. So, in case you don't know what NFP is, NFP is non-farm payroll, and it's a fundamental event that is released every first week of the month. And it's one of the craziest red events we have in Forex because it has a lot of impact on the market. Most of the time, it has a lot of impact on the market. You see crazy volatility in the market. And depending on what the data is, depending on the data that is released, you get to see it affect the dollar either positively or negatively. Depending on the number that is released, you get to see it affect the dollars. Like the impact is very much or just kind of a little bit. You get? So that's what we're going to be analyzing today. And I'm also going to be showing you how you can trade NFP. I've made a video on that. If you check on my channel, you'll see that video, how to trade NFP, but I'm still going to re-emphasize on that, and then show you how you can make money trading NFP easily, not just doing some crazy shit or random guess, but like easily. So first of all, we're going to analyze the dollar index, DXY. So this shows the strength of the dollar, right? And if you look at it, you see that dollar index had been very bullish right from below here, right? Bullish going to the upside. Then starting from September last year, it peaked and started retracing. So all of this, I believe, is a correction of this bullish move that we had right here. So now something happened like in recent times that has made me shift my bias to now look at DXY as to continue this bullish move it was doing. So I feel this correction phase is over, and then now we're going to continue seeing the bulls in the market until DXY comes back to this peak to take out this high and form a higher high, right? So why do I think that? Because in the correction phase, you see that this is the first time that DXY took out a previous um, lower high, right? Because it has been forming lower highs. But this is the first time we see it take out the previous lower high very cleanly and strongly to the upside. So it now makes this point right here a strong low. Makes this point a strong low. So because it broke structure and that's gone to the upside. So I expect, and most of the times, what makes this kind of a shift in market structure or shift in market in order flow, especially the higher time frame order flow, it's usually these fundamental events, NFP, CPI, FOMC, all of those high impact events you get. So right now, today is NFP. If you look at this DXY, you see that it has been respecting a bullish order flow. It has been going up very, very nicely, right? The order flow has been clean. So we had this push to the upside and took out this high, and then it has retraced a bit. So I'm expecting today's NFP to be good for the dollar. I'm expecting the numbers to be good for the dollar. Why? Because it's going to align with this bullish sentiment. You get? It's going to align with this bullish sentiment that we've been having on DXY. So, and this seems to be like the perfect time for it to even align because in recent price action, let me zoom in so you see. In recent price action, we got this push, created a high, came back, lower high, pushed, created a high, came back. So this looks like our lower high, right? And if the NFP data comes out good for the dollar, we're expected to see another push that will take out this high right here. So these are the areas that I am looking at, right? So DXY seems to have put in a lower high. And if the data, NFP data released today is good for the dollar, we're going to see DXY push to the upside and even take out this high. So this is what I'm expecting. So this is what I'm expecting. But of course, it must not happen exactly as I'm saying. It's possible that NFP data released is going to be bad for the dollar and we see dollar crash down and probably give us more downside, maybe to come down to even take out this week right here. It's very possible, you know, but I'm just like speculating. I'm just like predicting. I'm saying we're likely going to see an NFP data that will favor the current DXY bullish order flow, right? Because it seems the DXY is beginning to head back up to the top right here. So this is what I'm expecting on the data release today. And of course, there's a way I trade NFP, and I'm going to show you just in a moment. There's a way I trade NFP. I don't just set buy limit or sell limit as most traders do. No, I actually don't do that way because it's risky. You never can tell what the data is. You never can tell what the data will be. So setting buy limit and sell limit is just you like gambling, right? So I don't trade it that way. So now let's look at Euro USD and GU because that's what we're going to be trading today. Euro USD, GBP or GBP USD or gold, one of these pairs. So if we go to Euro USD is inversely correlated to DXY. So it does exactly opposite of what DXY is doing. So you can see its own bearish order flow, very clean bearish order flow. I took out this low right here, making here a strong high, right? So, and then that's retraced, that's corrected, and we're likely going to see it push down. So that is what I'm expecting. So that is what I'm expecting today. But before NFP is released, NFP is coming out by 1:30 p.m. Before NFP is released, I'm expecting to see that price comes up a bit, you know. Maybe take out this week right here. Maybe take out this week. I'm expecting to see, but most of the time it doesn't happen that way though. Because most of the time when during NFP, what happens is that the market just does a lot of consolidation, before NFP data comes out because like most participants in the market are just on the sidelines watching. Nobody's like jumping in. So you see the market not making any move. You see just ranging in one place until the data is released, then it moves, it spikes, right? But this is like a very clean setup that I want to take if it presents itself before the NFP is released. It could happen, we could just see the market range, right? So I want to see this week taken out. I would love to see this week taken out, then we'll get the push to the downside during the NFP. So it'll be lovely to see that. Let me even go to GU. It's very, very clean and nice on GU. Now, this is what we have on GU. You know, this week right here is the liquidity. In case you don't know how to spot liquidity, I'll do a video on how to spot liquidity easily in the coming days. Like I've gotten so good at spotting liquidity right now that I don't stress. Just by mere looking at the charts, you know where the liquidity is resting. So right here, we have a strong supply area here. See the push to the downside. This is very big bearish candle that broke structure right here to the downside, right? So we got this kind of inducement and price continuous selling. So usual, if you're a smart money trader, the usual smart money concept is price comes to take the inducement and then sells up on the other block, right? So that is this is like a textbook kind of setup right here. So what I'm now looking out for is I'm looking at how if we could see GU push to the upside, take out this week before NFP. It's possible we could see that happen, but I'm just saying like London session trade setup that we could see is price come up, take this out before it sells off during NFP. So we could see something like this, right? So this is what I'm expecting this morning. So if I don't get to see this play out, I'll just chill out and wait for the NFP. Then I trade NFP. So let me go to the lower time frame so I show you what is happening and what I'm waiting for to see happen. Then I take this back. So I'm just waiting. If you look carefully, you see that there's a liquidity here that this price is trying to take out. So once I see price take out this liquidity and starts to shift or change character to the upside, I'm going to buy GU this morning. target this particular point here. You remember, NFP is by 130. So this is a very quick trade. It's not something you're going to hold. No. I'm just going to take this trade. Even if it takes out this high right here, I could just close out, right? Even if it takes out this high right here, I could just close out. But my target will be here. I'll just hold it. That's if it even presents itself. I'll just hold it and see if it gets to this top or takes out this high before NFP data is released. Then we're going to see how it goes. So that's it for this like London session analysis. But then the main part, how then are you going to trade NFP when it's released? It's very, very simple. It's very simple, guys. Like I find this, I wonder why some traders gamble on news. Like it's very, very funny. You cannot be risking your money on what you're not certain of. And it's very easy to trade. How are you going to do that? All you need to do is to go to forexfactory.com. In fact, you don't even need to go to anywhere, but let me just show you the basics, right? So you go to forexfactory.com, look at the data, and then you wait for the data to be released. You're not gambling on this. You're waiting for the data to be released, right? You're waiting for the data to be released. Let me make it a bit clean. So today's Friday, 6th of October. Now, NFP is coming up at 1:30 p.m. Average hourly earnings, non-farm employment change, unemployment rate. So look at the figures right here. This is the previous data. This is the forecast. So if you read any of these files, this is the previous 0.2%. This is the forecast 0.3%. Now, let's read one of them. Here it says change in the price of business PD for labor, blah, blah, blah. Actual, this is the one you're going to focus on. Usual effect. Actual greater than forecast is good for currency. Actual greater than forecast is good for currency. So this is the forecast. 0.3% is the forecast. And what this whole thing, like the summary of this whole event is that what the actual data is. If it's higher than the forecast, it's going to be good for the dollar. If it's lesser than the forecast, it's going to be bad for the dollar. So what it means is that if we get a reading here, if we get the data and it's 0.5%, that means it's higher than the previous, right? So it's going to be good for the dollar. Dollar will go up. Then EURUSD, since it's inversely correlated to the dollar, to go down. So this is how you can actually read and understand the news and trade it. And you actually don't even need to come to Forex Factory because whatever the data is, you will see it clearly on the chart. Like it's not going to be something that the data will say something and the chart will do something different. So even without coming here to look at what the data is, you will see it on the chart. Now, what usually happens is that all of these three events that are coming out by 1:30, if all of them favor dollar, if all of them are good for the dollar, right? Let's say all of them come out higher than expected. Usually these unemployment claims lower than expected is actual less than forecast is good for currency, right? So let's say in this case, actual was less than forecast. The data that was released, let's say it was 2.7% here. That's less than forecast. This one, greater than forecast, is good for currency. We got like 200K here. Then we got 0.5% here. So when you have the data, a data that supports dollar all the way one way, like three of them, no one is conflicting. Because some of the time you can have two good for the dollar, one is bad for the dollar. Those kind of times, what will happen is that on the charts, the market will just like go up and down. It just whips up, down. It's not really going to push to one direction. But when you have it support the dollar, all the three events support the dollar. When you have all the three events support the dollar, you're going to see the market push so much to one direction. Like there's going to be very, very crazy push to one direction because it's very obvious and clear. When it's bad for the dollar, you're going to see a very huge drop all the way to one side. So what we expect and how I trade NFP is that I usually want to see the data that is either all good for the dollar or extremely bad for the dollar. I don't want to see a mixed data. I want to see all of these three things support the dollar or don't support the dollar. Because what I'm trying to see in the chart is that I want to see GU, either spike down all the way or spike up all the way. Anyway it goes, fine, I don't care. All I just want is to see a very clean data release that supports the dollar all the way or doesn't support the dollar all the way. So when you have that kind of data now, what you will see on the chart is that you're going to just see, like, let's say it was good for the dollar. That means dollar will go up, GU or Euro USD will go down, right? What you're going to see is you're just going to see a long spike to the downside, a long spike to the downside. So what you can do is to quickly check Forex Factory to see what the data is, because sometimes it could be mixed. So when you see that long spike to the downside and price pushing down, next thing is you're going to see this price coming back up. That's what happens when you see a data release and then the market just does something like this, right? Because we have mixed data. But when you see the long spike to the downside, you can check Forex Factory and see what the data is. If you see that the data supports the dollar or doesn't support the dollar, or if you see that all the three data align, then that is a good opportunity to trade. You just wait for the market to come back to retrace a bit. So let me show you, let me give you an example using this particular point right here. Let's assume this is NFP, right? This bullish move right here. Then this bullish move doesn't really, because you won't see it change direction like this. But let me just show you what to expect. Let me just show you what to expect. So say the NFP data is released. Market was just ranging before the data was released. Then the data was released and it favored one side, like it was extremely good for the dollar. So the dollar is going to go up, then GU will go down, right? Then we saw GU spike like this. Sorry. Then we see GU spike down. Boom, because of the data that was released, right? We saw GU spike down. So when you see this right now, this is what I'm looking for, to see a data that supports the bearish or bullish bias all the way, right? When you see this happen, you confirm on Forex Factory to see if all the three data align, if all of the three data support the dollar, right? If they align, what you're going to be waiting for is, don't rush, just chill. You will see that the market will retrace, take out some internal liquidity right here, and then continue to the downside. It will definitely come and take out this low. It will definitely come and take out this low and continue to the downside. So this is what you're going to be trading. You don't need to do any hanky-panky, any funny stuff. No, just chill, bro. Chill out. Wait for the data to be released. Once the data is out, you confirm that the data is like completely one-sided, it supports the dollar all the way. Then you look at the chart again. The chart will definitely do this. It will spike down, and then sometimes this happens very fast. You need to be on the chart. This could happen within like like 10 minutes, right? This correction, sometimes even lesser than that. But you need to be very careful, because you need to also understand liquidity to spot the right liquidity that the market will take out, right? So usually when the market spikes like this, it leaves out small liquidity, leaves small liquidity. Then what you need to do is to check out the very some of the time it's just one that you see. So what you need to do is to check out the very obvious liquidity that price will most likely come back to take out, right? Before continuing in the sentiment that the news has created. Because now, if you know what really controls the market is the fundamental side of it, the fundamental analysis, the fundamental events. That's what really pushes the market, not just technicals. When you see that, because most of the times fundamentals will like break your thing. That's when you know you need to change your bias and start looking this way, right? So if the fundamental event, the NFP data supports dollar, and then we have this strong push to the downside on GU, then you're very sure, it's certain that we have a shift in sentiment, we have a shift in structure as well, right? So all you're going to do is to wait for price to come and take out internal liquidity here, and then you place your trade. You place your trade, set your stop loss, 10 to 15 pips, that risks 0.5 to 1%, and then you target below, right? You target below. You could target this low right here, or you can even target some like liquidity areas way below this whole structure. You could target some lows below here, and market will definitely come and take them out. Why? Why am I very certain that this will happen? Because the fundamentals backs it up. The news, the event that was released backs it up. You cannot have a data that comes out and is very good for the dollar. DXY is pumping up, and then you're expecting and GU is selling or EURUSD is selling, and then you're coming to buy EURUSD. You can't buy. You will get stopped out. Why? Because we have data that is good for the dollar and supports that sentiment. So definitely that's what is going to happen. So all you need to do is to follow that sentiment, wait for price to give you a correction, take out this liquidity, and then you place your trade and allow it play out. Target the lows below, and then just chill out and allow it play out. Now, because I'm speaking with so much certainty doesn't mean you go and risk your life on it. No, you have to still play this game within the confines of risk management. You still need to manage your risk properly, right? So you don't get wrecked. Because some of the times you just say, this thing will go, it will go down, you go and put all of your money on it and it hits you out. Because sometimes it can hit you out and still continue selling, right? Probably it still went higher to take another liquidity, right? So you still need to do this within the confines of risk management. It's not bad for you to have nice 1 to 5 RR. So chill out and risk properly and take advantage of this NFP trading strategy. Trust me, this thing will make you money and will give you peace of mind. This thing will make you money and give you peace of mind. You don't need to be like gambling, setting your buy limit and sell limit, anticipating that anyway the news goes, you're gonna make money. No, because some of the time it can go or come back down and clear both of your stop losses. So it's best you trade NFP this way. So this might be on how to trade NFP. I hope you found value in this. I hope you found value in this. If you found value in this, I would like to know in the comment section, guys. Just drop it on the comment section. So this is GU, right? And the market is about to take out, it has taken itself this liquidity. So I'm going to wait and see how it does to see whether I'm going to buy it to this high or not. You see, it's even respecting it right about now. So let's just see. Usually, I will still make a video on my entry model, how I enter the market, what I wait to see before I enter, and all of that. But for now, please like this video if you found this content useful, and subscribe to this channel. Also, I want to show you my Telegram channel. You can do well to join my Telegram channel. I post all of my trades here, all of my trades, all the trades I take, I post them here. And I also drop like analysis on the trade before the trade happens, right? You see, like right here, I was like, I love to see this GU setting itself up for sales. See the equal lows engineered below. Let's see how far it goes, right? So this was like the analysis I gave on this particular setup I saw on GU, and then this was the trade I took on it, took out, and I got like I made profit on that trade. So if you want to see my trades, you can do well to check out my Telegram channel. The link to this channel will be on the description of this video. Currently, I have 230 subscribers on the channel. So do well to check this out, guys. Do well to check it out. I drop everything. It's more of like a public trading journal for me. So cheers, guys, and see you guys in the next one.